Have you ever eaten something that was older than you? Some canned foods have been sitting on shelves for 30, 40, even 50 years, and when opened, they're still safe to eat. Meanwhile, fresh milk spoils in days, bread goes stale in a week, and fruit begins to rot almost immediately. So how does a simple metal can keep food safe for decades? Today, we're uncovering one of the greatest survival inventions in human history. How does canned food stop nature from taking over, and why doesn't it spoil? Let's find out, right here on Think Again. Let's rewind the clock to the year 1795. Napoleon Bonaparte had a massive problem. His armies were conquering Europe, but his soldiers were starving. Food simply spoiled too quickly on long military marches. Desperate, the French government offered a massive cash prize to anyone who could invent a reliable way to preserve food. Enter Nicolas Appert, a humble French confectioner. After 14 years of trial and error, Appert discovered something incredible. If he placed food inside thick glass jars, sealed them tightly with cork and wax, and boiled them in water for a long time, the food wouldn't rot. Appert won the prize in 1810. Shortly after, a British inventor named Peter Durand replaced the heavy breakable glass jars with tin-plated iron cans, giving birth to the canned food we know today. But here is the most surprising part of the story. Nicolas Appert had absolutely no idea why his invention worked. It wasn't until 50 years later that a scientist named Louis Pasteur discovered the real reason. Microbes. Tiny, invisible organisms, bacteria, molds, and yeasts are what cause food to spoil. They consume our food before we do, leaving behind waste that makes it rot. Canning stops these microscopic invaders with a perfect two-step defense. First, the food is sealed inside an airtight container. This removes oxygen, which many bacteria need to survive. Second, and most importantly, the sealed container is heated to extremely high temperatures. This heat destroys bacteria and enzymes already inside the food. Because the can is completely airtight, no new microbes can enter. In other words, the environment inside the can becomes completely sterile. It's like pressing pause on time. But scientists later discovered a serious problem. Some low-acid foods, like meat, beans, and certain vegetables, can contain a dangerous bacterium called clostridium botulinum. This bacterium produces one of the most powerful toxins known to science. Even worse, it actually thrives without oxygen, the exact conditions inside a sealed can, and its spores can survive normal boiling temperatures. To eliminate this threat, modern food factories use pressure canning. By increasing the pressure, the temperature can reach about 240 degrees Fahrenheit or 116 degrees Celsius. At this extreme heat, even the toughest bacterial spores are completely destroyed. As long as the can remains sealed, undamaged, and free from rust or punctures, the food inside can remain safe for many years. Not forever in terms of quality, but often far longer than most people expect. So the next time you open a simple can of soup, beans, or tomatoes, take a moment to think about what you're really holding. Not just food, but a 200-year-old scientific breakthrough, a solution born from war, perfected by inventors, and finally explained by microbiology. Inside that metal can is something extraordinary, a tiny world where bacteria were defeated and time itself was put on hold. And that's the fascinating science behind one of the most ordinary objects in your kitchen. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden science behind everyday things, make sure to like the video, share it with a curious friend, and subscribe to Think Again. Because sometimes the most ordinary objects hide the most extraordinary stories. See you in the next one.